Welcome back to Midday Live. Time now to do business. And an economist and head of the University of Ghana Business School, Dr. Godfred Bokpin, says that the cedi's steady appreciation against the major trading currencies could be a disincentive to the economy. He argued that stability of the local currency is what is required, since such wild appreciation does not augur well for the export sector.
The continued depreciation of the cedi in 2012 impacted negatively on the economy. Bank of Ghana measures to correct the situation did not work as planned. An IMF bailout of $900 million has been sought to strengthen the economy. The Bank of Ghana now pumps some $20 million daily in efforts to arrest the situation. The local currency has appreciated 23% in the last 3 weeks against the major trading currencies. According to Dr. Bokpin, the swing of the cedi on the economic ladder is worrying.
The jumps in the value of the cedi is a little out of normal. Let me say so, because stability is more important. The big swings here and there does not augur well for our export strategy, especially because when the cedi appreciates significantly, it makes our export uncompetitive.
Dr. Bokpin insists the cedi's rise, just like its depreciation, is not good enough.
Okay, predictability is important. We have to find a way of anchoring that appreciation within a certain band or range that we think that is acceptable for us, so that we intervene in the market in terms of injecting more dollars or mopping more dollars from the system to keep the value of the cedi maybe within that particular range.
The economists call for prudent demand and supply driven economic policies to determine the true value of the cedi.
My expectation is that Bank of Ghana should be able to match their intervention in the market with the peak periods, or when demand actually peaks, so that we will not see big swings in the value of the currency. That in itself is not a testimony of prudent economic management.
He cautioned the peak season for the demand for dollars is yet to come.
Meanwhile, Dr. Godfred Bokpin has defended the media review of the budget and says that it is necessary to align government policies with the IMF program.
Ghana's expected economic growth of 3.9% for 2015 cannot be met, according to the Finance Minister, Seth Terkper. The country's overall real GDP growth has now been revised downwards to 3.5%. Per the review, government has revised the overall budget deficit target from 6.5% of GDP to 7.3%. This Dr. Bokpin describes as timely.
Part of the review was also to align the budget outcomes or objectives with the IMF program. So you saw the revision that were being made or said about the macro target, especially in terms of GDP, that GDP growth has been revised downwards to 3.5%. That is consistent with the IMF program.
The provisional debt stock as at May 2015 stood at 90 billion Ghana cedis, representing 67.53% of GDP. This was made up of 53.8 billion cedis and 36.2 billion cedis for external and domestic debts, respectively. The debt trend is said to be worrying for the economy.
Almost 68% certainly puts us in a debt distress category, which in itself sends another signal to the international community. But we also have to balance this with major development in the economy, in terms of the fact that we had passed the first review, and also the World Bank facility that has been secured, donor inflows that will be coming, the syndicated cocoa loan, and then the Eurobond. We expect that when these inflows actually materialize, the outlook should be a little favorable to us.
He added the request for supplementary estimates of 865 million cedis was necessary for fiscal consolidation.
even though we are making significant progress in terms of enlarging the revenue envelope. The energy crisis and the many other challenges are such that our revenue envelope remains a little bit below perhaps where we should have been, and that is the reason why perhaps the supplementary estimate of a little over 800 million Ghana cedis is being sought.
That's it for business. We'll be right back with more.